What's up, everybody? Welcome to the debut episode of the Gaming Shelf podcast. And I got a couple buddies here with me today. We're going to talk about Destiny. So as always, my roommate Nick is here. And our good buddy Jake is here to join us, another Destiny expert. So guys,
The Destiny expert.
So guys, we all played the open alpha, well, not the open alpha, but we played the alpha. We all did the strikes. So Jake, I'll start with you. What were your impressions prior to the alpha and then post? Like how did you feel about going in and then after?
So I mean, I was excited they had an alpha at all because you don't see that too often. Little bummed there's only a few days, but whatever, it works.
You actually didn't know about it at first.
I didn't know about it at first. Yeah, I know. I missed the actual E3 date. I was busy, but eBay's good. You know, you can buy them.
Yeah, exactly.
But as far as the alpha impressions, it was pretty cool. It was a nice little sampling. They gave us everything you wanted to see. Gave us a little bit of everything. Obviously, not too much. It's pretty obvious they're going to be changing a good amount. They're going to be adding a ton.
They better add a map.
It was nice seeing the max level was 8, but it was nice seeing that they actually have
level 20,
they had up
whatever.
to level 20
yeah.
stuff, and it's seeming like that's going to be the level cap. That's kind of what all the evidence is pointing towards.
Sure.
They haven't announced that yet, but yeah, it seems kind of nice. They've definitely got a really good structure. So I'm really excited about the beta.
So before you were telling me that like going into the alpha, you're like, whatever, I don't really know about this. But then you were a little bit more excited after you had played it. You're like, oh, I'm down.
Yeah, I didn't know too much about Destiny, to be honest, until there was a trailer I think that came out like just before the alpha, and then actually playing the alpha is what really sucked me into it. I feel I didn't know how to classify it in my head, and so it kind of just went in the background, but after playing the alpha, it really was made clear that it's not quite like any other game as far as like how the multiplayer, how the social aspects work, but it's nice.
I think that was everybody's sentiment.
Yeah,
people were like,
everyone was like, I don't know, this is not even on my radar. And then literally right when the alpha started, we all played it, and we were just like,
oh
wow, this game is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I think everybody had that sentiment, even the games journalists. Like I was listening to the Giant Bombcast, like a bunch of IGN videos, and they're like, what is this game? It's like an MMO Borderlands kind of game. Nobody knew what it was. And I think putting out the alpha right after E3 or right during E3 was like the best thing they could have done, because then everybody figured it out and kind of understood what it was. So Nick, what were your impressions of the alpha? Were you kind of in the same boat about like, I don't know what this is? And
like I literally had like no expectations for this. I just thought, I was like, this is gonna be Borderlands. That's what I thought. So I joined, I launched it up, and I'm like, wait, this is something different. This feels like an MMO.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be this like
when you first launch and you just kind of see the open expanse,
Yeah,
and then you have
just
a quest,
dudes running
and it's
around.
Like, okay, and then you see the health bars. The health bars really did it. Where it's just like, that's so interesting.
And then I saw people. I'm like, I didn't know people were supposed to be running around with you in these areas, and I was like, holy crap, this is actually pretty good. And then I started playing with you guys, and then I started getting that old vibe. People are gonna like kill me for this, but I got the WoW feeling,
like just for it being something new.
Yeah, I
kind
know.
of?
I know. It's like I'm playing with a bunch of friends. This feels awesome. I can't wait to explore this world with people. That's why it was good old WoW, which I don't get from anything anymore. Yeah,
I'm totally the same way as far as like, I mean, I try to get into MMOs. They're fun, but I definitely have not got that same WoW feeling. But I got that from Destiny for sure, because I was in the same boat. Didn't know what to expect. Didn't know what it was. And then when I was playing with you, and we just did the 3-man strike and just goofing around, getting guns and exploring the little hub area, it was cool. Like I got to the part from the E3 demo a couple years ago when they debuted with the wall and everything, and obviously there was nothing there, but it was just kind of cool. Like, oh, there's that part. I remember that, and there were invisible walls everywhere. But I'm like, man, this game's gonna be huge. Even like I put like good 8 hours just into that one tiny area, and there's gonna be other planets, and there's gonna be more strikes and stuff. So I'm just really excited to see what is gonna be in the full game. That's what I'm excited to like fully explore. So let's share like one moment. Like what is one standout moment that kind of like made it click for you, Jake? Like we're like, oh my gosh, this is why I'm excited. This is why this game's different, or whatever.
I think it was actually weirdly. I think it was the menu where you're in the ship, and it's when I realized that was kind of the hub. That's where you're always going to go. That's how you're going to like. That's the menu almost. That's lobby, right? And I think that's what really got it for me, because it was like, I saw all these other people with all their other ships. I think there was one guy when I first saw it who had like a better ship, you know, and so it was being able to see that he had his customized thing. I could see everyone's name over there, and it just kind of felt right. It felt almost like that kind of maybe the Halo 3 kind of lobby where I had a lot of good times on Halo 3 playing with my friends on that, and so a lot of good memories there just playing online, and it kind of, I don't know, something about it that was where it was for me, where it really did feel. It got that social aspect where I feel like I could have met some friends there that day.
Sure, yeah.
So.
Just very seamless the way you meet people.
Yeah.
You just kind of run into them. It's very cool. So, yeah, Nick, how about you? What was the one moment that clicked for like, yes, this is why I'm excited about Destiny?
All right, so it was actually at the beginning when I first started playing it. I was just walking around. I was actually doing the mission you were supposed to do when you first explore the main hub area. Or the main,
go to the
old Russia.
Yeah.
Where you see all the people.
Find the wizard from the moon.
Oh
yeah, that one. And I was just walking, and then the screen just turned like dark, and I was like, "What's going on?" And then I hear like the ghost going, "Incoming." There's a probe coming, and I turn around and see this thing go poof, just right in front of me, and I was like, "What the hell?" And then all these people started attacking it, and I was like, I gotta defend this thing. And I started playing it, and I got my ass handed to me because I'm all alone because there's no one there. And I was like, this would be amazing just to play with a bunch of friends. This I can't wait to see what else they could do with this because it was just so unexpected. I was just walking around, and then
that was the public event. Is that what you're saying?
It was the pro public event where you had to scan it and defend it.
Now, both of you guys had done the Spider-Bot public event, right? I had never done that. So when you guys did it, like how many people were in it? Because in the trailers or whatever, in that E3 demo, there were like 15 people fighting that thing.
Like
it felt like a ton. I want to say I could maybe say definitely like 8 or so. It felt like more though, just because, you know, when I was looking around, if I looked to my left, there might have been a guy or two. If I looked to my right, there might have been some other people. But it was when I was looking at the tank, and I can't remember the name of that thing at all.
The Scarab?
No, that's Halo. That's Halo. But
we'll just call it Spider-Bot. I don't know. We don't have a name for it. Whatever it's called.
Spider-Bot XL.
I'm gonna laugh at the Scarab.
But I was looking at that thing, and I just see all these bullets coming in from behind me. I see there were some guys on the opposite side shooting at it, and then I just see all like the streaks from bullets and rockets and lasers and whatever they had. And it was just so cool seeing it had this like feeling of like unity, you know, where everyone's going for the same goal. It was like this awesome. I mean, it killed us all totally, but it was great. It was just really fun. It was really a good experience to try.
That. It was cool because it was like us three, and you ran up, and I was just sniping, and then I saw these two guys on Sparrows just drive up and turn around and jump down and start shooting it, and it was just like all these people just started like congregating in one area, and it was really cool.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
like, shoot the leg.
Yeah, finally, once we'd done the strike a few times, we figured out what to do. Yeah, I think for me, it was doing the first strike, like going through, fighting the Spider-Bot tank, and then fighting the Eye. The Eye was so epic, the Eye boss, because it's like you can hide under this plank. There's like walls you can hide behind. Like I remember me and Nick and another one of our buddies, we were all taking it from all different angles, and then like one person would go down, we'd go revive them. It's like, oh my gosh, cover me while I go revive the guy or whatever. It just felt like super intense, and like I don't know, I haven't really had a multiplayer experience like that in a long time. That was really cool. And
just wait until you play it on Legendary. Oh my god.
Yeah, that'll be tough.
I played because the two difficulties, they had Brave and Legend, right? I ended up playing it on Legend a couple times. And what ended up messing up the team every time is that people would get into the habits that they would in any other game, where, you know, stay in cover, occasionally kill the bad guys coming from behind them, shoot the Eye, get back in cover. And it was the same thing. I was doing it too, because that's just what we know how to do for games. But it was when it teleports above you and behind you or something, you're dead, and you're like, like, and that's what did it every time. I beat Legend. I think I did that one once or so. I beat it once.
We played it together and we beat it.
Yeah, but I had attempted it like 3 or 4 times, got to the Eye boss, and it just slaughtered us every time.
Yeah, got to spread out. Or I don't know. There's different strategies. I'm sure we'll figure out once the full game comes out.
The scary thing is that I think that's the second difficulty, not
the third.
Yeah, well, it looked like that.
Because it was like bronze for the regular, silver for Legend, and there's got to be a gold.
Okay.
One would expect.
Yeah.
Sure. So now, I don't know if loot dropped in the alpha, I forget, but did you notice like different loot that you got from it depending on the difficulty, or was there just none in the alpha?
It was random. Like I got banners a lot, banners and money. And,
I kept
and
getting
a lot of
Grim-
experience.
Grimoires as well. I got a lot of those, and it kept saying go to Bungie.net to learn about your Grimoire collection or something like
Yeah.
that. And
yeah.
Bungie.net has no info, so I mean, I'm assuming that was just in there, and we'll learn about those later
In the full game, sure.
That or I'm missing some information, but
Yeah, I think a lot of that's just like, we'll just leave it in there. We don't want to
Sure.
like recode everything for an alpha. So the reason we're talking about this is, depending on when we upload this video, the beta will be releasing this Friday. And they extended it to 10 days with 2 days of maintenance, if I'm right?
yeah. So it starts on the 10th, and then for PlayStation, I'm sorry, it starts on the 17th for PlayStation 4, and then goes until the 27th. But it looks like the 21st and the 22nd, those are going to be full maintenance days. We don't know if it's actually going to be the entire, 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. the next day, full 48 hours or what, but that's all the info they gave us. So we have at least 8 days, though, on PlayStation 4, and that means 4 days for the Xbox One. And I'm sorry, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 are the same as the next-gen counterparts.
And we'll be playing on PS4, so we'll have the full 8 days. So we'll take full advantage of that. So, what do you think is going to be in the beta? I'll turn to you first, Nick. So, this one, it was just like one strike, one little area to explore, which when we played for dozens of hours.
Yeah.
So, what do you think will be in the new one? Just another world to explore? Because, like, Jake, I know you were talking, you hope they don't just throw us in the beginning of the game and ruin it. It was because
I
you
don't
were
want to get burnt out, yeah.
Yeah.
The good thing, the thing I liked about the alpha, and what I've heard about the alpha, is that that's actually like a higher level area, but we were thrown in as a level 1. So it wasn't like anywhere important. It was just like a random part in the game. It's not the beginning, it's not the end. It's just there.
Oh, interesting.
So probably in the full game, that's probably gonna be like a level 20 area. Maybe that's why we have found some level 20 guys there, and we didn't know.
Oh yeah, there were like these little crevices. Like there's caves you can go underground, and when you find the guys, they're just like question mark,
Yeah.
whatever, and you try to fight them. It's like miss, 0.
Yeah, and I was like,
Those guys.
we were at the end. We were waiting for the alpha to end, and apparently
This was after midnight.
Yeah,
when
it got
was supposed to
extended too.
end.
So we were just playing and we were just trying to shoot this guy. He was like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and we were just like, all right, just run in.
We got him down to like 7/8 of his health, though. That was like our new record. And then we ran out of ammo on
Yeah.
everything.
And I just remember running in. It's like, what's in there? There's nothing.
That's pretty funny. I wonder if like you tried to run past them.
We
just to
got
see if there was
past them.
something.
Yeah,
we
so
did
what-
get past
yeah,
him. We
so
got
what
into
Jake-
the secret room at the
Yeah.
back.
So what Jake-
and nothing.
What Jake did was he made the knight follow him, so he's out of the way, and I just rushed in there. And because the other guys were like, really slow projectiles, I dodged them all. And I was just looking around like, what is this? What is this? Oh, look, it's a chest. Let's see what's in it. Glimmer. Great.
It's just money that I can't spend because I'm already at the cap.
Yep. How mad were you getting level 12 items and you weren't able to use them?
I was mad getting level 9 items. I was so pissed at that, and I was like, I knew the characters weren't going to transfer, so I ended up just kind of discarding them all, or not discarding. What was that
Selling
called?
or you can
Yeah, I think it
dissolve
was
them.
called- I
That's
think-
right.
I think it
Or you
was
can
called-
shard them. I think maybe is what I don't know. What that-
Disenchant them.
Disassemble. I think was it.
It's just something.
Anyway, so that's I think the only way you were able to actually make Glimmer was doing that. But
But you also got weapon parts, which I wondered what that was all about.
So maybe you can upgrade existing gear at some point. I don't know.
You could it depends. There's rare and whatever, the blue and the purple and the orange.
Sure.
Each one of those are depending on the level, they have upgrades.
Mhm.
So a bunch of the green. What were the green ones? Uncommon. That's what. Yeah, I think they're uncommon.
Sure.
They had one upgrade or 2 upgrades, and then the blue ones had 4 upgrades. So your weapons upgraded the more you used them. Which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's right. Because I gotta say, the one thing I really was impressed with was how easy it was to tell how your progression and just the UI. Comparing gear was super simple. It was very slick. And then how you level up abilities, you don't have to pick. It's just the more you use it, the more you level up, which is cool. Because that's how it would be in real life, right? The more you throw knives, the better you're gonna get at it, right?
Sure.
That makes sense. And then like you were saying, there were certain guns I got. The more I used it, they had secondary fire or whatever.
yeah, I like that everything has its own little skill tree that you can kind of I saw some of the basic shotguns and stuff, assault rifles, anything that I had, they were pretty basic. It was pretty much like you get this, then you get this, then you get this, and then it's the best weapon it can be.
Yeah.
But I saw that for some of the level 20 stuff, I was looking at some of the skill trees for that, and they're extensive. They're like options. There are a lot of specializations that you can turn this weapon into something entirely different. So that's going to be really cool.
You get in that one item, you're like, I can't wait to fill this up with
Yeah.
awesomeness.
Exactly.
Which is good for an alcoholic like myself, you know. With,
Oh
with
my gosh, yeah.
previous MMOs, I mean, I just get bored so quick. I wanted, like, you know, focus on a new character. I'm like, you know, play for a few hours, and I want to make a glass cannon, you know, and just kind of go off and make a little warriors, whatever. And but yeah, so this is going to be really good if I have that weapon. I can just say I'm going to focus on this for now.
So now I don't think you can do this, but you're not able to trade gear, right? Like once you pick it up, it's yours, right? Or everybody has their own loot table or something,
not
right?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm not sure. They haven't announced.
It wasn't in the alpha.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they'll be able to, because you got this items like, hey, I got a warlock item. I want to give this a warlock if I'm a hunter.
Or put it in your bank and, like you said, give it to an alt or something. I don't know how that
that's
works.
true. You could do that because the bank is
that's true.
for all
I forgot
characters.
about that. Yeah, so maybe that's the only reason for it then.
Mm-hmm. So another thing, so this, I guess Bungie has like a day, 7/7. So they, on top of announcing the beta info, they announced a ton of just various editions.
Mm-hmm.
They announced, I think you have a breakdown, but I think the big one that everybody wanted was the Ghost Edition, which was like $150 or something crazy.
And
Who got it? We got it.
Oh, you guys got it? Nice. Yeah. I got the regular edition. I don't need Peter Dinklage talking to me.
It's all right. No, but so you actually, what's cool in the Ghost Edition, you can still get the limited edition. That's $100. Ghost Edition, as you said, $50 more, and you actually get a little physical ghost. It's pretty small. I don't know how exactly you activate the voice, but it does have Peter Dinklage. It's got him.
Don't put me back
his
in
little
that box.
yeah. He's got like funny little lines like that. It's just this kind of cool thing, and it's. One thing to note is it is in the red casing. The ghost is actually red, which is the same kind of color scheme you'll get for your ghost if you get the limited edition or the Ghost Edition, which is that's kind of cool. It's another little exclusive thing. You also get emblems. You get art. You get a Guardian folio. You get a huge journal called the Arms and Armaments handbook or something like that, right? And then you get a star chart, patches, you get
all
just
this
a
crap.
ton of stuff. It one of my favorites is the Steelbook game case. I don't know why I love those things, but they're great.
Yeah, why do you love those things? I hate those things.
Yeah, me too. I think that's why I'm not purposely not getting it, because I don't like steel cases. Like you have the Uncharted 3 one. I think for me it's like OCD. Like when I match stuff up on my shelf, it just sticks out. So I want everything to be the same. Like even like I don't know if you remember the old PS3 when it was the Spider-Man lettering and it was red on the side. Yeah, the red version. So what I did when I had old games that still had that, I went and I made a custom cover and printed it and put it in my sleeve because I couldn't stand how off it looked on my shelf. So
now, how mad are you about the blue?
I found a good solution to that. So I'm going to put all my PS3 games. I'm going to put the blue PS3 games, then I'm going to put PS4. So it looks like it's blending,
It's
kind of.
evolving.
Kind of, I guess. Or I might just be crazy. I'm like, the Persona 5 red doesn't look good with the blue. I got to make a black border.
I'm pretty sure you're going to do that.
I'm pretty sure I will too. So you guys are both getting the Ghost Edition, or you already pre-ordered the Ghost Edition.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to get the regular. So one thing that there's been a little controversy about was in the Ghost Edition, they revealed that they've already announced 2 expansions. I think standalone, they're going to be $35 total. I don't know if that was separate, each one is 35, or combined they're 35. I don't know, but there were 2 expansions they already.
I think they said for the first 2 DLC, for the first 2 map packs, not map packs, I guess. Yeah, it's DLC.
They're expansions.
Yeah, so for the first 2 expansions, it's 35 for both of them. So it's 35 total.
Okay, that's a little bit more acceptable. Because I don't know what they said, something about like it was going to be some multiplayer maps, there's going to be some more strikes,
they're going to
some
add
more
a little
missions.
bit to everything, which is pretty cool. I actually really like that. So for every kind of Destiny player, you're going to want the expansion pass, or at least you're going to want the individual add-ons, because it's just if you're just PvP, you're going to get some new maps for that. You're going to probably get some new weapons, new modes. If you're more of just a strike player, you're gonna have whatever kind of player you are. You're gonna want it. So gonna be good stuff.
What's the controversy?
Well, some people are like, man, they're already announcing expansions. The game's not even out. Yeah, why didn't you put on this disc?
I hate that shit because that's like,
Me too. It is.
Because the thing is, it's like think about it. An MMO, they add a patch that adds a bunch of stuff. This is the same thing.
Well, patches are free usually in MMOs,
but
unless it's like
it's
a
free
full...
for us. But it's the same thing. It's like a map pack kind of thing, but it's expected from Destiny because it's gonna continuously grow.
Well, so if you look at, let's keep using World of Warcraft as the example. If you want, do you know when the next expansion at World of
I think
Draenor? Do you know when
Is it the end of this year?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say
Okay.
something and be wrong. It might be early next year or late this year. I don't know.
Let's just say it comes out 2015,
Okay.
ambiguously.
Sure.
So, I mean, I feel like the people who are complaining about DLC, being a thing, it's like, I feel like, if you don't like DLC being a thing, then, I mean, it's either you got WoW however many years ago it actually came out, or you could get it in 2015 as a new game, but it comes with all the DLC built in. It's like, and the point is that it takes time to actually put them in the game. So, yes, if you want the first two expansion packs to be with the game initially, then fine, but then you wait till next year, and frankly, you don't need to. The game itself is done.
Yeah. Well, see, that's my thing. That's what we were talking about a little bit earlier the other day, is how much is content's going to be in the disc game, and then how long after is this going to come out? Because if it comes out like next spring or something, I'm totally cool with that, waiting, because then it's like, we're going to be busy playing whatever's on the disc, right?
Sure.
But, like, they haven't really announced, like, what planets or whatever is going to be in the full game. So, I mean, that's my only worry. Is
But
that,
aren't these expansions like end game kind of stuff?
I don't know. It's
Like
ambiguous.
end
They
dungeons?
like literally didn't talk about it. They just said it's included. So people were just kind of like, "Ooh, what's this?" So I don't know.
It's different. I'm going to bitch about it.
Yeah, welcome to the internet. Yeah, that's my only worry, is that they're not like pulling content out of the game and selling it separately or something like most games do.
Could have waited.
What's that? Could have waited. Could have.
I guess so.
That's a little inside joke with their friend that he never buys anything because you could just wait and get it better later. Which is true, because there's always like Game of the Year versions when it comes with all this stuff, but it's like it'll be worth it. I think on the disc will definitely be $60 worth of stuff to do.
Absolutely, yeah, totally.
Well, for him, the alpha is already $25 worth.
Yeah, whatever. It was $25 for the alpha code, but it paid off. All right, it paid off. I'm glad.
So are you just saying that you bought somebody's alpha code? Is
Yeah, because
that, okay.
I wasn't because the day that I had to actually register to get the alpha code, I wasn't around. I hadn't watched E3 that day. I was planning on catching up, and then this guy's like, "Hey, you got to get it by tonight," and I wasn't home, so.
I actually messaged you right when it was announced, and you didn't answer. You didn't see it.
I was still gone for the rest of the night.
So you guys ordered from GameStop. For me, what was weird is I pre-ordered it from Amazon, and I totally forgot too. I'm like, oh well, I guess I'll just wait for the beta, and then like a day after, Amazon's like, oh, here's an alpha code.
Yeah,
Enjoy. I'm like,
all
okay,
Amazon pre-orders got an alpha code.
that's interesting. Anyway, yeah, it was fun. So I guess what are your expectations for the full game? Like, what are you hoping to do? What are you hoping to discover that we didn't see in the beta, or we didn't see in the alpha? Maybe we won't see in the beta. Like, I guess Jake, we'll start with you. What are your like hopes and expectations for the whole full game?
I'm hoping for more as far as I'm having trouble wording this. Like, I want more modes for strikes. I don't want it to just be strikes and then free roam. I like the idea of those random little missions you could come across. I definitely want more public events. And I want patches. Kind of like an MMO. I would like there to always be these little bits of changes that you have to adapt to if you're going to be a gamer in it. I don't want it to be 2 years down the line. I don't want to be playing the exact same game. I want it to grow a little bit. And so what's nice is that Bungie has said that they're creating this from the ground up to be a game that evolves, to be a game that is going to change with the player. That if you're there on day one, for instance, you're going to be at some sort of advantage just because you've been there longer. Like, you're actually going to be a veteran, and it's going to be worth something.
Sure.
And so I want some extra things that you're going to be able to do. Aside from the patches, I want some extra things that you're going to be able to do with a variety of different people, whether they're strangers or if it's going to be, you and one friend possibly. There'll be like special challenges for that, or if you can have 6 people go on a strike, if you can have 3 people go on a strike. I'm definitely looking forward to the Crucible modes. I'm sure those are going to be plentiful, though. I'm not really thinking we're going to be.
What is that? Is that
there.
the multiple like
That's
competitive
the
multiplayer?
competitive multiplayer.
Yeah, competitive
Okay,
multiplayer.
sure.
So Crucible, from what we've seen, it's just 6 versus 6. I'm assuming they're going to come out with more. 3 versus 3, free for all modes. I'm sure. if they don't, I guess that would be something that I'm saying I would expect.
Sure.
I can't really see them not coming out.
I mean, it is Bungie, right? They have a variety of modes in Halo, right? So
And well, in Halo, what was like the Horde mode called?
Firefight.
Firefight. Didn't they announce something like that too? They said that this was going to be in Destiny, a firefight type
Not
mode.
that I knew of. I hadn't seen anything about that.
oh well, we'll find out, I guess.
Hopefully.
But definitely not expecting a Forge mode. No map editors or anything like that. I'm kind of happy about that. A lot of people were saying that they want every feature from Halo. They want it to just be everything Halo was and more. I don't think that's a good idea. I think Forge mode is probably not good. I mean, I guess the theater mode would be okay, but I don't know.
Have it be its own
I
thing,
think
right?
I think it would kind of mostly be a waste. I would rather them work on other stuff.
I also want people who expect this to be like Halo on PS3 and PS4. It's not Halo. It's not even close to Halo. It doesn't feel anything like it.
Well, it's like way more open. Like I've only played like
no, even the shooting, even the multiplayer was kind of different. We were playing, and it felt similar, but it's also a lot different.
I really felt it was kind of a cross between Halo and Battlefield, actually. Like, really
interesting.
strangely, yeah, because in Battlefield, whenever I play, if I'm playing for, a couple weeks on end for Battlefield, I definitely get used to it. When I first play, it always feels a little unstable. The guns are kind of, if I hold down the right trigger, obviously I'm going to spray everywhere, but it feels like the gun just goes everywhere, right? It's like there's no, I mean, even, if we take Call of Duty or Halo, if you just spray, it kind of, the reticle gets a little bit bigger, but that's about it. And so with Battlefield, I feel it just kind of has a little
more impact, kind of, or
actually less impact. It's a little like more fragile. You have to be a little more delicate with it. You have to really know where you're placing your shots. You're not going to be spraying quite as much. And I don't know, I kind of felt the same thing about at least the Destiny Alpha, where you actually need to really be aiming at them. You can't just kind of aim in their general direction. You have to hit them. And I kind of liked that. It was difficult, but good.
Now, what about the maps? Because I didn't play the Crucible mode. Like, are the maps like pretty open like Battlefield? I mean, they're obviously not going to be that scale, but are they bigger than Halo maps? Or
Well,
they felt exactly like Halo maps.
Okay.
I thought they did.
yeah, it's similar. I think. Well, No, actually, no. I think I would disagree because they had two maps. There was Rusted Lands, and then can't remember the other one.
The Moon one, right?
The Moon one. So the Moon one was a lot more open. What I really loved about it is that, so it's definitely smaller than a lot of the Halo maps. It's definitely bigger than a lot of the Halo maps. It's kind of that same average map size thing, though. There were a lot of open areas where there wasn't anything, and I kind of liked that because, with Destiny you can summon your Sparrow at any moment, so you just, whenever you spawn, I found that's exactly what I was doing. I was pressing the spawn button, pressing the gamepad, and then holding, I think it was square, to summon the Sparrow. So as soon as I spawn, I'm getting in the Sparrow as fast as I can, and just getting off to where I need to be. And so I kind of liked having all that open space, whereas in Halo, in Call of Duty, any other games like that, just an expanse, just flat ground, I would hate.
So the Sparrows, you can use those in the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Can you like run guys over with them, or it doesn't really work
I
like that?
haven't seen any damage.
Oh, okay. You just like kind of bump into them.
Kind of,
Okay.
I mean, I barely hit people with it because it's such a sleek design. Like
Yeah.
It would get
you can't
destroyed.
really hit people. I mean, I feel like you would just kind of glide
Great,
past
sure.
them. Yeah.
I know you could get run over by the vehicles now, though.
Oh, there's vehicles. Interesting.
Oh yeah, there's some really sick vehicles in there too.
Cool.
They look really good.
Wait, were you able to run people over in Halo?
Oh yeah, I think so. On the Warthogs and
yeah,
whatever.
so-
Yeah.
of
I
course.
remember when we were playing it, like I was trying to run people over, and it just wouldn't run
No,
people over.
absolutely you can. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. So overall, you just don't want the game to be stagnant. You want like different planets to feel different than like the first one, like just more variety as the game goes on.
Yeah.
Kind of. Okay.
I want world events where it's like instead of just like a public event happen, like the darkness have invaded all of Earth and there's like darkness everywhere. Like something like the world has
that'd be
changed.
cool.
Yeah.
And it's only for like a week kind of thing.
Sure.
You know
like special holiday events or whatever. Yeah.
Like Santa Claus is kind of gonna kill everyone. You gotta kind of stop them.
I know what you mean. I think those were like my absolute favorite moments in World of Warcraft. Talking about like that unique feeling. Like there was for anybody that played Vanilla WoW, there was this thing called Encourage. It was like this Egyptian themed raid, and to get it to be even open, like the entire world had to like collect items and like donate them or whatever. They had to turn them in, and then once it got to a certain breaking point, the gates would open. I remember when Nick's brother Brian and me, we were kind of watching it, and the server just kept crashing over and over and over because everybody was at the, like, I'm not even kidding, like thousands and thousands of people were at this gate.
And there was this huge horde. I mean,
oh my God, it was insane.
It's great.
And another one of my favorite things, I think this was leading up to Burning Crusade, I can't remember, but there were like demons that were just like coming out of portals, and they were just like walking around Ironforge, just like killing everybody, walking around the Plague Lands. And this was like very limited, like you said, just like happened for a week. They would just walk around, nobody could kill them. It was just like, ha ha ha, we're here from the portal and we're just gonna kill everybody. So once again, our equipment failed us. The camera decided to turn itself off. So I believe
the flip camera.
Yeah, the flip camera, it's terrible. So I believe we were kind of just wrapping up what Jake was saying, what his expectations were. So basically you were saying that kind of just hope the game continues to evolve and doesn't grow stagnant, I guess, as it goes along.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick, expectations for the full game, if you have any.
You know me. I have no expectations.
Yeah, you never have expectations for anything. Like, I'll just buy it and I'll just have fun.
Exactly. That's how you're supposed to. That's what I do.
You're saying world events.
Right? I like the world. The world events would be fun. Mm-hmm. But if it's anything like the alpha, I'm gonna have fun. All right. I'm still keeping my expeditions like. Just like Doom. Just like Doom.
Just like Tales of Exillia 2.
I have no idea what Tales of Exillia 2 is.
It's still to be the first.
But I already have the collector's edition pre-ordered. So.
Of course, you got to have a companion statue for Mila.
I still think it's crazy how fast the Ghost Edition. It was out in less than 2 days, less than 2 work days.
Yeah,
I mean, just from open to close. I mean, that's.
I believe it sold out on Amazon, then they restocked it, and it sold out within like hours. Mm-hmm. It's insane. I'm guessing it's
thank
sold
God.
out.
Yeah, thank God I work at GameStop. Yeah. My manager called me and was like, "Dude, you got to pre-order this now."
Yeah,
and I'm like. All right.
Out of curiosity, how many did your store get?
We got
5.
We sold
only
5.
Yeah.
We have 360 and PS3 ones still.
Okay.
Because who wants to play Destiny on that?
Yeah. Right.
We have no Xbox One ones pre-ordered. Only 5 PS4 ones.
Wow. Including yours?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow, that's not a lot.
No, it's not. I'm excited about it.
That's cool.
I'd be happier if it was just 2 though.
I want to work the midnight shift. Take our ghosts out and just have it with us the entire time.
No, I want to go home and play my game.
Who wants to play video games? But I like what Nick was saying. I don't know if again, I don't know what part it got cut off at, but we were talking about like these World of Warcraft events, one of them being Anchorage, when the whole world was there, and another one was right before Burning Crusade came out. There were like demons that were invading the world and just destroying people. So that would be really cool if Destiny did something like that, where like you said, like you just see guys like come out of hyperspace and just invade like whole cities or whatever. For me, what I'm really excited about is the story, because I'm really intrigued. Like, what is the Traveler? Like, what's inside it? Like, how did it make everybody powerful? Can we go inside it? That's really what I'm intrigued. Like, my personal feeling is the Traveler is like a bad guy or whatever. Like, oh, it's here and it gave us powers, but then like some super bad enemy that we don't even know about like sent it as like a test thing, and like, oh, we're coming back for the Traveler and we're gonna kill you all now. Like, that's what I think.
Maybe because in the beginning, like the story, they said the Traveler came, and then the enemies of the Traveler followed him, and then that's how.
Oh.
That's why the Darkness and the Hive were here.
Oh, okay.
Darkness,
but it did give
the Fallen. Sorry.
Yeah, but it did give the humans like powers, right? That's it, like helped them in the fight.
Yeah, they had the essence of the Traveler in them. That's what a Guardian is. They're still normal humans.
It's just humans that can manipulate the light, which is the Guardian's power. But I'm just curious. Who are these other species? The Awoken and the Exo?
Yeah,
I'm so interested in who they are. It said. So all that they've said about the Exo so far is that they're like brilliant and sinister and something like that.
Those are the robot guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's the Awoken, the little like light elf guys, right?
Technically, they are elves of this.
Well, yeah,
space
elves. And so their whole thing is that they're enigmatic and beautiful, and it's like, so okay, I want to, I don't know. Yeah. I just want to know more about them, and I don't want everyone to. I don't want everyone to be.
Maybe we'll learn about them.
I'm sure. I'm curious. Yeah,
I hope so.
Because I remember in the alpha, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make my human, and then there's like 2 other species, and I'm like, who the hell are these guys?
Yeah.
Personally, I was the Exo just because I didn't like the models for the humans and what were the other ones called? The Awoken. I thought the the EXO looked really cool. Just like you can change the lights and the different like gears and parts on their face. I don't know. All the humans just look ugly. So I'm like, all right, let's make a robot.
That's the thing. The EXO were the ones who were most modeled after Master Chief, you know, and so people looking at this Bungie game, they already most likely have this predisposed idea that they like Master Chief, and so people are probably going to go for that. That's what I saw. Is that everyone was an EXO warlock.
We were all EXO.
I think it's because the human models don't look good. That's why I was one. I've never played Halo, so
Real talk.
real talk.
You're not going to be a female, are you?
A female EXO? I don't even. Can you?
Yeah.
I thought it was like gender neutral or whatever.
You can.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'll probably just be a dude then. Because it doesn't matter, because you're always wearing a helmet anyway. Unless you're in the city, which...
No, Jake just doesn't like people being females.
Whenever I play MMOs, I'm always a girl.
That's why I asked the question.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm most excited about in the full. Those are my expectations. I really want to know all about the story. I'm excited to just do more strikes, because the strikes, that was super fun. Super fun. Just get more gear and really outfit your guy. I believe, wasn't there a way you could like paint your gear? Like there were dyes or something? Or
not that I had seen.
Okay, maybe I
know
was
that there were
thinking of
some
something
things
else.
that automatically changed their color to fit. Like I think I can't remember who was saying it, but it was someone was saying like
It was the
hood of the hunter.
It was the head. If the head has like a hood kind of thing, and then you picked, you had like a cape. If you changed the cape, the hood of the helmet changed with the cape. So so it like always matched. It was really cool.
Interesting.
So I had like a helmet that like was wrapped around and stuff like that. It was pretty interesting. I can't wait to have the broken cloak of the what's it called? The posters. The posters.
Oh yeah.
Where he has the huge broken cloak, and then of course Master Chief had to come in with the cloak after that. And space magic.
See, and space magic, yeah.
And Guardians.
I want to see though. Okay, number one thing. I just remembered number one thing that I'm expecting and looking forward to, and I'm probably spending all my money for, is I want to know what they changed or what they changed about the that wizard came from the moon line.
Oh yeah,
because they changed it. It's going to be different for the beta. It's going to be different for the full release.
Are we going to be in that area? In the beta?
Yeah,
I mean, they said it's going to be different for the beta, so I'm assuming so. I'm assuming that, and then they said it's going to be, there's a third version then that's going to be in the full release. They've already re-recorded it twice.
That's right, yeah. I see a lot of people complain about his voiceover. I'm like, he's a robot. I don't get what the point, I don't know why people were complaining.
People were like saying, I could feel how bored he is and stuff like that, and I'm like...
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of take things at face value. I don't like to complain.
That line was super dorky. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. That line, he said that. I was like, oh, what am I playing? Like, what is this? Like,
well, you liked it enough to buy the shirt. So.
I will. It's not in yet, man.
You better wear that shirt.
I'm going to.
Just on
Absolutely.
Here. Yeah. It'll be fun.
It came from the moon.
Yes.
It's a wizard. It came from the moon. That's so, yeah. What a weird out of context line. It's like, okay, sure. Came from the moon.
I want to go to the moon and fight these wizards, though.
Yeah. I'm excited to explore the different areas, because like some of them look really foreign. Like Venus, one of the planets was like
a jungle.
Smoky and green. Yeah. I'm just excited to explore just different areas. That one area got like so boring after a while. I'm like, we've done everything here. Like literally everything. So...
Except kill those level 20 guys.
Yeah.
We'll come back for those guys.
We need to do that.
We'll come back.
I want to do that.
We're going to get, I think, 6 people.
We forgot to mention one thing, though. The other specs of the classes. We were only one spec.
So each class, right? So there's Titan, Hunter, Warlock. Each class is going to have 2 to 3 subclasses. They haven't announced exactly what. I know they had initially said 2, but it looked in the alpha like there was space for 3. Mm-hmm. So as far as we know, of course, I can't remember the names of each subclass that we were introduced to, but obviously we only know one subclass per class.
Yeah. It was like the Void, and then like
the Void Walker for the Warlock, I know, and then there was the Gunslinger for the Hunter. I'm not sure about the Titan subclass, but then I guess they had actually announced another subclass for the Warlock, and that was called the Fire Slinger. The Fire Slinger, from what I had seen, is easily the one that I'm going to be playing. I'm excited about this one, but it's not just void damage, and just killing everything like we were able to do in the alpha. it was barriers and team buffs and
interesting.
resurrections. Yeah, and so it's going to be kind of a healer support class kind of thing, which
His thing.
I'm very excited for that. So.
That's cool. Me and Nick will just dish out the damage.
Yeah, and totally. I'm fine. You guys do that. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm
Just
the hunter.
chilling.
I'm always the hunter. Always.
Yeah, I was gonna be the roguey class, but then I was like, I don't really like the skills. I'm gonna probably be the warlock. So
We need more Titans.
I know nobody wants to play it. At least I never really saw
Joel
any.
does.
Oh, Joel.
We got one guy.
Our buddy will do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think this video's running pretty long, so I guess just closing thoughts, guys. Expectations and whatnot for the alpha. Expectations for the beta. Hey Barry, what's up?
I was just laughing because of the look he was giving.
He's like, guys, what the hell?
That's Barry.
That's Barry.
He's gonna be in summer videos, I bet.
Anyway, our equipment sucks. Destiny's gonna be awesome. Thanks for watching. Here's our Twitter things. He doesn't have Twitter. He's got a fake Twitter for promo stuff.
No, I'm not.
He's not on Twitter.
We're not advertising.
Okay,
Twitter.
He's going to get a Twitter.
We'll get it on there eventually. Yeah, we're gonna try to make this a regular thing. Hopefully, next time we'll have beta impressions or another game, whatever the next game is, and
more segments, more. This is a big topic. Hopefully, I have more topics.
Yeah, well, there's always a new game coming out. So, anyways, thanks for sitting through this, and we'll see you next time. And Barry can take off his headphones.
Yay.